This top 11 list has scary videos that you were never meant to see, and the events shown are simply terrifying. So there's this paranormal video called Ghost Watch that's supposed to be really scary. One of the scariest things people had ever seen at the time. When it first aired on live television in 1992, Ghost Watch was quickly pulled from syndication for reasons I'll get into in just a moment. But suffice to say, you were never meant to see this video because what they caught on live TV was too scary. Only thanks to the internet has the video resurfaced, and it's beyond creepy, especially what supposedly happens to you when you watch it. Ghost Watch follows a family in the English town of Northolt and all of the creepy paranormal things they encounter in their small home. They even have a name for the ghost, Pipes, because that's what it sounds like sometimes. Pipes hissing and banging in the walls.
Stay where you are, please. Sarah, stay there, please.
On live television, she is talking about drawings.
Some kids' pictures they weren't here before.
One of the pictures moves on its own, and this is far from the only time the poltergeist has thrown around pictures.
Incredible noises coming from the walls and from the ceiling. Ah! Oh. Kimmy? Kim? Did you do something?
Soon, people are repeatedly calling in to report ghost sightings of Mr. Pipes, and what's scary is all of the descriptions seem to match. Do you believe what he says?
We're still getting calls about that shadowy figure that was seen in the haunted bedroom, or people think they've seen in the haunted bedroom. Now, what's really weird is these are all tallying with the description. We're still getting calls about that shadowy figure that was seen in the haunted bedroom, or people think...
I believe him because Mr. Pipes' shadow figure sightings are still being posted to this day. For example, when this mirror moves on its own, it reveals a haunting figure that doesn't look like a member of the camera crew to me. The face in both these Mr. Pipes sightings looks the same. Eventually the mother peels the covers back and finds her Suzanne to be in a catatonic state.
Susie. Stop it! Stop it, Susie!
It looks bad, but when she snaps out of the trance, you'll quickly wish she went back into it. She recites Little Red Riding Hood, an interesting story to choose. It's about somebody consuming and assuming the identity of another person when you think about it. In this respect, Suzanne's relationship with Mr. Pipes is very similar to the wolf in relation to the grandmother. Anyway, as if this weren't enough, the backstory behind this video is even scarier. The producer years later admits that yes, this show was fake, but that might have been a legal strategy for some pending cases. Apparently people watching this had mental episodes, and nobody will say what they did. It could be a result of suggestion, or it could be Mr. Pipes taking them over. And with that said, keep in mind that you've seen Mr. Pipes twice in this video, so maybe you'll be having an encounter with him yourself very soon. Orange orbs is how one witness describes this unexplained video of light spotted in the sky. Posted on January 16th, 2021, the bizarre sight was caught on Snapchat video hovering over the Bronx. What looks to be a starlit sky is anything but, as these mysterious stars start shifting in one direction as a single unit. I thought I heard creepy sounds coming from the sky too, as it passes, but I think it's traffic.
Those things are orange. Look at them. Next to each other. They literally fly next to each other. They're orange in color. They look like stars. Look at that. It's a triangle.
When you connect the points together, you can see he is right. The mysterious lights do seem to form a bizarre triangular shape in the sky. This observation makes me suspect that this strange sighting could be a government experiment. The outline looks like the same shape as the fabled Aurora project, but why the designers would put large visible lights on a stealth aircraft doesn't make sense, so that must not be what this is. The person recording is stunned beyond belief and turns to some strangers to talk about the encounter.
You guys know what that is? See that? Yo nunca he visto eso. Es una cosa anaranjada en triángulo. Mira cómo vuelan. No hacen sonido.
2 seconds later, the lights mysteriously change color, and one of them goes away completely. They continue hovering over a building for some time, and then the video ends before we get a chance to see if it lands or what. I'm not sure what to make of this mystery, and neither is anyone else who watched this video. Information is tight, and I couldn't find any other videos, but one person living in the Bronx says there were actually 5 points in the sky when they saw it. Another person claims to have seen the same thing 7 years ago in Virginia. But like I said, there's no video evidence besides this. The way the lights change colors makes me wonder if this is a drone. Apparently drones must have different color lights to indicate when they are changing directions according to the law. So people could be piloting them in a formation from the top of the building. Or maybe we've just been visited and now they're here. A garbage man in New York City leaked this video online to show us a scary side of the industry that we were never meant to see. He needs to pull this dumpster down an alley to the garbage truck. Most of us would walk right up and grab the handle, but the veteran worker does something important first. He kicks the dumpster and waits. That's because out here you can get surrounded by a mob of rats. If you walk up to their territory without giving them a heads up, kicking makes them scatter away.
Come on, bro. Come on. Get your stuff together and get out of here. Get all your boys. Tell all your boys, let's go. Yeah.
This dumpster must not have much food in it because only a few run away instead of dozens like normal. Now comes the hard part.
Now we're going to attempt to move the can.
He gives a sharp tug and lets go. When nothing confronts him, he proceeds. He gets halfway down the alley when something creepy decides to make his day twice as difficult.
Still. Come on, bro. You gotta go. Can't go back in there.
This one is smaller than the rest, but it's stuck around longer than the others and seems twice as territorial. It starts to run away and then it gets another idea. I'm not sure if he fell over or dropped the camera, but the rat, scared and caught up in the moment, jumped straight at him. It looks like an aggressive move rather than just trying to get away. That rat did not want to give up its dumpster. This is why garbage men are paid more than teachers. Jokes the top comment of this video. I'm not sure if this statement is true, but after seeing this video, do you agree with it or not? And if this is how crazy just one rat acts, imagine how scary it would be to get chased down an alleyway by a whole swarm of them. Talk about a tough and thankless job. Trevor, aka Hitch, has a live stream channel where he travels all across the country meeting new people. The only problem is the people he meets aren't always alive. He's staying overnight at a hotel that's supposedly haunted when scary things happen to him. The kind of stuff the hotel's owner would probably never want you to see because it would be bad for business.
I've never seen anything that can be explained. I've never heard anything that could have no explanation.
He is in the middle of talking about how he's never experienced a scary moment that couldn't be explained.
And I'm doing stuff where people, I think people would be like, you'd be very...
When suddenly some weird things caught on Livestream leave him laughing uncontrollably with fear. I think he's laughing to cover up an intense sense of panic. A vein is about to bust out his forehead with adrenaline, suggesting his fight or flight instincts were triggered and he was gearing up for conflict. This was not someone in his hotel room because, unless I'm mistaken, he wasn't sharing a room with anyone in this video. He was staying all by himself when the lights turned on. I guess he could have asked a random person to help him make a ghost video, but his response seems genuine, so I don't think this moment is made up. I will say as a counterpoint that many other scary live stream moments like this have turned out to be fake though, so I'm not claiming this was 100% real. I'm just saying that this was really weird and he seems freaked out. Tell me if you think he was really staying in a haunted hotel that night. I think he was. After all, when you traveled to different places all over the country, it's only a matter of time before one of them ends up being haunted. 9 out of 10 people do not immediately notice what's wrong with this handshake, so allow me to show you where to look. Trust me, you'll be sorry that I did.
Give me your hand.
I like cake, I just don't like icing.
That's my main.
This is someone's right hand and yet they're on the left side. Also, look at their fingernails. They're facing the wrong way. How can this be? The answer isn't pretty. The condition is called hypermobility. Though the phrase double jointed is commonly used, it's mostly genetic, meaning you are either born with this unusually large range of movement or not. Only 20% of people have it, though typically not to this degree, and there's no way for the rest of us to gain this talent, if you want to call it that, so don't even try to practice. Like most people, watching this video makes me feel like my fingers are going to fall off. Tell me if you would be able to shake the hand of someone with hypermobility while they were doing this. I mean, it's creepy, but also kind of cool. On December 6, 2018, the Longmont Observer in Colorado released video evidence of a weird paranormal orb in their office that they fear could be a real ghost sighting. Notice the way the singular orb mysteriously changes colors as it moves towards the camera. The last I checked, dust doesn't create this kind of strobe light effect. Also, at 3 seconds, the tracking software detects the object's movements and puts a motion box around it, which I think it has been specifically programmed not to do with dust particles. This kind of looks like an air vent, so maybe this was a piece of dust that got jettisoned when the AC turned on, but I'm pretty sure these are fluorescent lights, so that can't be it. The point is, the Longmont Observer says in clear words that this is an office ghost and they make no mention of dust as a news publication. I'm sure they thought long and hard as to whether or not they should release this video to the public, since any statements about believing in the supernatural could harm their journalistic integrity. With that said, I'm glad they made this video public and said that they were certain it was a ghost. Now the question is whether or not you believe this encounter is paranormal. It looks weird, but personally I am not sure.